Hello and welcome once again to Code with Ibra, and in this video we are going to look at how to actually use CSS animations. Okay, so if you don't know how to start with it, don't worry, I'm going to get you covered. We are going to start from the beginning to learn everything about CSS animation. All right, so before I start, I walk you to the project setup. I have the index and then I have the CSS. I have linked the CSS to the HTML file on the line 7. Okay, so I have here a div element with a class called demo. This is what we are going to use for the demonstration. That is why I've given it a class called demo. All right, so we are going to start with the styling. And at the moment, what I'm going to do is I simply going to give this a padding of 20 pixels. Okay, so padding of 20 pixels. And since this one is a block level element, it's going to span to the the actual width. It's going to take the actual width of the screen. So now let's go to the our browser, and we don't see anything here because we have not specified the background color. Okay, so let's give it a background of red, and when we set it to red, we can see that now this is the element. Okay, why don't I just, instead of 220, make it 200 so that it becomes a yes. All right, so instead of 200, instead of 20, now it's 200 pixels, so that it's looking good. It's looking really good. Okay, but this is what I'm going to do at the moment. I'm going to take out the background, meaning when we come here and we refresh, we will not see anything. Okay, this is where the animations will come in. So before you start with animation, we need to you need to specify, and let me say there's a property called keyframes. So we use keyframes to define animations. All right, we use keyframes to define animations. So we come down here. It doesn't matter, you can do it at the top, but let me do it below the demo. And then we specify keyframes. All right, at keyframes. And then what's the name of the animation that you want to show? So let me just call it anim1. Okay, but you always want to give names that are descriptive, so because in your project you can have so many animations that you will be applying to your styles. For example, animation like maybe bounce in, bounce out, zoom in. There are so many of them, so you have to give the appropriate names so that when giving animation to the element, it will be easy for you to know particular animation to give to a particular element. Okay, so now we have specified this keyframe and we have given it a name of anim1. All right, so watch what will happen. So inside the keyframes, this is where you specify the list of styles, or the list of your properties, whatever thing that you want the animation to contain. This is where you will bring them. This is where you introduce them. So, and also with the animation, we have there's a way it starts. Okay, so there's a value like from. Okay, and the from, you decide something that will come. Okay, that is the starting point of the animation, and we have 2. Okay, so the 2 will be the ending part of the animation. So let me say from, I'll say that with the from, the background is going to be red. Okay, so from background red to, okay, so the 2 is going to be the ending point of the animation. So 2, that is background, and I give it a color of, let's say, black. Okay, so simply, if you are reading it, you can understand, right? It says from background red to background black. All right, now let's come to the browser to refresh. But it's so unfortunate that when we refresh it from the browser, we are not seeing any star being applied or no animation playing. Okay, and why this is happening is because we have not the element is sitting somewhere alone, and also the animation is also alone somewhere. We need to find a way of telling this element that, hey element, we want you to use this animation, and this is what we are coming to do. So we have to come here and specify animation name. Okay, so what's the name of the animation? It's called anim1, right? You have to make sure that the name is the same. So we have now given the name. Let us now come and refresh. When we refresh, it will not come. Why is it not coming? It's not coming because we have to specify the duration of the animation. All right, the element now knows the animation, but it's expecting us to tell the element the animation, the number of times that the animation should play. So it is expecting the duration. All right, so let's give it the duration. So animation duration, and then we give it let's say 1 second. Now let's come to refresh. So from red to black, and then it's gone. Okay, let's try it again. From red to black, and now it's gone. Right, so instead of 1 second, let's now change it to 8 seconds. No, 8 is too much. Let's make it 4. I think that one will be okay. So we go to the browser and we refresh. So red changing to black, and then from black it goes out. Okay, so now we see that the animation is really working. But there are other things that we should also do, because this is really not enough for us. Okay, so we have another property called animation fill mode. Okay, so animation fill mode. What the animation fill mode is, it detects or it describes what should happen when the animation finish playing. Okay, so when the animation finish playing, do we want it to go back to how it looked like, or we want it to remain where it is? You see, it starts from color red and moves to color black, right? Yes, it starts from color red, as we see, and move to color black. So the fill mode is going to detect or determine whether it should stay at the black or go back to how it was. So how it was, it initially has no background, right? It has no background. So this is what the fill mode is all about. So let us look at how we will do it. So fill mode, we will set it to backwards, and backwards is the default value for the animation fill mode. Okay, when you do not specify it, it already has the value of backwards. That means it will go back to how it was when the animation, before the animation played, right? So it is black and then go back. Okay, so initially we've not set any background. So let me come here and set a background of, for them at least for demonstration sake, background of maybe, let me say purple. All right, so purple. Right now, see, it changed to red. From red it goes to black, and then it has to come back to the purple, right? So that is the animation fill mode of backwards. It will go back to the color or the state of this particular element. All right, so let me just take it out. That is just for demonstration. I don't intend to have it. So it comes from black, and then from black, from red it goes to black, and then it comes back to how it was. But I don't want it. I want forward. Okay, so with a forward, it means that, okay, when the animation plays, it should stop at the 2 at this side, at the ending of the animation, from red to black. So the black is going to remain. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Change from red now to black, and from black it is not going again. It has, it has become static. All right, so that's all about the animation fill mode. And we also have another property called animation delay. So animation delay is simply, it will delay for some time before starting. So if we specify 2 seconds like this and we refresh, it will wait for 2 seconds, and after the 2 seconds the animation will start to play. Let's try it once more. To wait for 2 seconds, and after the 2 seconds the animation will start to play. That is all about the animation delay. I don't want to have animation delay, so let me just comment it out, at least so that you can use them for note taking. And we also have animation iteration count. So the animation iteration count is also it's all about the number of times that the animation should play. Okay, so let me also actually put this one out, and let's refresh, see something. So when it's finished playing, it go back to how it was. Very good. So animation iteration count, let me set it to 3. When we set it to 3, look at what happens. It starts from red, goes to black. Okay, that is 1 second. It starts from red, goes to black, and then left with last one, start from red and then goes to black, and from there what happens? It vanishes. Okay, so it plays for what? For 3 times, because we have specified the animation iteration count to be 3. That is all about this property. But of course we can set it to infinity, right? Oh, this is not what infinite. And when you set it to this one, that one, you can even go and sleep and come back, you can still find it, animating. So that one is infinity. It will animate and animate for a very long time without stopping. Okay, so that's all about the animation iteration count. All right, and of course we can also specify the effect for the animation. So we have animation timing function. So animation timing function, you can use the ease in, out, or ease in, whatever you want. You can also use the linear. All right, linear. So instead of infinite, let me just take this one out, and then let me bring this one to forward. Okay, hope you understand everything. So refresh, and yes, there's the timing function simply will kick in, right? It will simply kick in. That's all about. It's like a way of, when we did the transition, that is the same way we also use it here. The linear, the ease in, out. We also have ease itself. Okay, ease itself, and it's also sort of like changes how it changes from one to the another. That is basically how it does it. Okay, so this is about animation. And coming back here, you can do it from this is from, and then this is to. Okay, but this is just like the basic way of doing it. Okay, this is the basic way, and it's not the final. Let's comment this one out and start with something correct. So at 0%, we want the animation to have a background of red. Okay, and at 25%, we also want that same background of the element to now change from red to blue. Okay, and when it gets to the 50%, we want the background to change from blue to yellow. Okay, and also when it gets to 75%, we want the background again to change from yellow to black. And at the 100%, we want the background to change to let's use tomato. All right, so this is how it is. You can also specify using percentage. Okay, so, and it is not compulsory to always start from 0, move to 25, 50 in that order. You can change this side to be 70, you can change it to be 100, whichever way you want it. Okay, so the numbers, you have to decide which number you want to use. All right, let's come back and refresh. So when we refresh, all right, this is what you are seeing. And because I think the time is moving too fast, not fast though, but let's make it 6 seconds so that it takes some time. Right, yes, right. Okay, let's try it once more. So 1, 2, 3, yes. All right, so this is all about the animations, and it's not about background colors that we can be using. We can specify so many attributes, so many styling properties inside here. But of course, I want to start this is what I want to use in this lecture. I want to show you how to go around with animation with the background. Okay, and you know that with CSS there's no particular way of doing it, so I am teaching you the basic. So you, in your own way, try as much as possible to manipulate the object. Okay, move it from here to here, try to change it other way around. All right, so before I quit, I will try and then do one. I'll do one that is very creative. Okay, I'll do one that is creative. So what I'll do is I'll say that, okay, from margin top of 50 pixels, from margin top of 50 pixels, and background color of brown. Okay, so you start from this to actually let me make this one like 250 pixels, and then from this one to a background that is tomato, and then a margin top that is 0. Okay, so let's now, it is saved, so we come to the browser and let's refresh. This is what is happening. Very good. Okay, so you see what is happening. It is coming down from the button. You refresh, coming here from margin top, and then when it gets to the 2, it stopped. All right, so you can do so many things with animations. All right, you can do so many things with animations. So try as much as possible and crack your brain with animations to see something cool and something really nice. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll kindly ask you to subscribe if you have learned something. Try and then like the video, comment, and also share for your friend to also enjoy the show. This is what really makes us motivated to always bring new content. All right, I thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.